but if you give me a tip, great. But I guess technically, because she does her own pricing, she includes like the tip
she puts extra
pricing.
Yeah,
so like when you pay her, it's like she's already accommodating for the fact that whether you're not tip.
Yeah,
well, you don't know, you don't say, hey, did you include the tip or not, right? So she just gives it. But then if you think about it, right, if you're a person that's doing your thing, then would you price it, kind of bump it up a little bit, knowing that sometimes people tip and sometimes people don't tip? Welcome back to We Time Convo. I'm your host, Debbie.
and this is Liza.
In this episode, we're joined by a very special guest, young adult Isaiah.
Hello. Hi.
As we dive into a hot topic that always stirs up debate, tipping.
From awkward encounters to industry expectations, we are unpacking the controversy and sharing our real thoughts. Should it be expected? Is it getting out of hand? Let's talk about it.
See, my hairdresser, she only works for herself.
Yeah.
So I was actually surprised because every time I go to her, she doesn't let me tip.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
But anyway,
I would ask her, like, if you have that type of relationship with her, like, hey, just out of curiosity, like,
is that
I just want to, know, like, do you already charge do you accept tips? Because I'd like to pay a little extra. And I noticed that it doesn't give that option.
Yeah.
Just that, like my waxer, like her face is in my, coochie all the time. So I have that relationship. To be like, I want to tip you. Like, why won't you let me tip you? Because this is not a fun job.
Well, here's the thing. I think if it's an individual person, there is kind of like that gray area.
Yeah.
But if you're working for like a company, then I would tip. Right.
Yeah, because they take some of your money.
Yeah, because definitely the prices isn't based on your pricing; it's based on their pricing. And who knows if? So I would assume tips are yours exclusively. Some places actually share. Yeah. But then the other thing too is what I stopped doing. I don't tip at Starbucks anymore. Hello, you're getting why? Your drink like
I didn't tip.
But my point is, I
got my drink wrong.
I used to tip. And then I was like, why am I tipping? And then I would tip because pressure of tipping. And then I'm like, why the heck am I tipping? You're doing your job. Like, you're not going above and beyond.
Did they get the minimum wage at least? Because,
they get more.
Well, they get more.
Because they're in the food industry. No. So I guess it's like 17 something if you're like doing a kind of a regular, but if you're working in like food, like in like that business, you get 22. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't tip and I don't feel bad not tipping. You're doing your job.
That's so funny. That's what my boss says every time I pick up food for him. And then like I order it for him and I'm like, do you want a tip? And he's like, no, that's literally their job. And I was like, okay, but I don't know. I'm so nice. Like I just tip everybody, but I don't tip Starbucks. I don't do that.
Why not?
There's a rule.
First of all, they got my order wrong. This is supposed to be hot. It's iced. And I was already in a hurry, so I didn't have time to complain. And I'm always emailing them. I'm like a Karen. I'm like, hey, give me my money back because it's $8.
Yes.
For a drink now. But it really depends. Like if it's, Starbucks I won't. But if it's like Phil's coffee, like, I don't know, it's more of like not like a big corporate establishment or smaller coffee shops, and I will tip.
Oh, and then here's another thing.
A small business, I will tip.
And Peter hates it. He hates it because we'll go eat. And, if especially when we go eat to like Hot Pot. So we go to eat at Hot Pot. It's not cheap already. Like we went the other day with two of his friends.
How often do you guys go to Hot Pot?
Once a week. Yeah. So we go, okay, I'm just saying that with his friends, it came out to almost like $200. And a tip on $200, it's at 20%, that's $40.
Yeah.
Right? The minimum, like when you give them a card, the minimum that you from a tip is $18%. So what's 18%? $18 times 2. Right? I'm like, I don't know if this is $36 worth of tip. Right? Like you literally did your job and brought up food.
Like you guys are cooking your own food.
I'm cooking my own food. Like I get it, but for like almost $40 worth just because we decided to order this much. I don't know about that. And so now what I started doing is like, you know what? I'm giving $20, like $20, $25.
My question
that to
is,
me
okay,
is like,
how does that work though? Do they don't, the person serving you, do they keep 100% of that tip, or do they put it in a pot?
I have no idea how they do it. But what I'm saying is, for the service that you're giving me, I'm paying you $40 on top of the food that I just ate.
What do you think about that, Isaiah? As a young person, so if you were working in the food industry as a young person, like making their own money, would you expect a tip?
Oh gosh.
I would say yes.
I mean, yeah, I would probably like want one.
Well, everybody wants a tip. But my point is, we go so often, right? At least once a week. I'm giving you an extra 20% or even 18% on what we're doing. I'm going, why? Like now 18% is the standard tip. So now I'm going, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you $20. Because you know what? I was here for like an hour. It's not like I was here for like 2 hours, 3 hours, like $20 for an hour. That's pretty good.
For me, it really depends. Because I'm a mom. I have a young child. If I'm super needy, I'm always like, hey. Or if Violet's sitting there knocking shit over, like spilled a drink and they had to clean it up, then I would be like, I'm so sorry. And messy,
I agree
right?
with. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But you're talking about 4 adults. We're not like messy. We're not like constantly ordering. We know what we want. We get there. We're easy. But I absolutely agree with you. If you go like, if you have crazy kids or you're one of those people, then yes, I do agree that you
constantly
should
sending stuff back. And
So anyways, going back, I tip like $20. That's like 10%.
And it's already included.
It's already included then.
Yeah.
But there's only 4.
You don't feel bad about that.
Well, no, because then obviously that's a bigger party. And then like the way I look at it is like, I'm not going to quibble over, I mean, like it's a standard. Once you hit 6 people, you already know. But what I'm saying is like anything like, I don't know. To me, 18% is now the standard. And I don't necessarily feel like sometimes it's worth 18%.
That's you. Like if you don't feel like it's
that's
worth
me,
it,
right? But then Peter hates it because not because he disagrees with me. He hates it because he has the pressure of, oh my God, you're being cheap. I'm like, I'm not being cheap. Like if I saw above and beyond, that would be totally different. But that's not it.
The problem is you're always going there. They know you.
They know. Yeah, but then that's the constant. That's the 18%. Well, and then, but I would look at it, but they're easy. Like we go in, we eat, we leave. It's not like you doing anything more than somebody who doesn't tip or like we're the easiest people. Like Peter's not difficult. We're not difficult, right? Like I just don't see that. But what gets me is this society where young people are like, but that's normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. I worked hard for my money. I don't get a tip.
What do you think about that, Isaiah?
I serve my parents. I serve my parents. I serve my kids. Like I'm serving all the time.
I do feel the pressure to tip all the time, and I think it might be a cultural thing.
It is a cultural thing.
There's like a lot of young people who, see other young people working in these food industries, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna tip you because I know that you're struggling or something like that.
Spit.
Especially in DoorDash, you have to tip because the dasher will like.
Who knows, right? I definitely tip. But here's the other question, right? Wouldn't it be crazy if somebody came up and were like, you know what? It's up to you if you want to tip, but I don't expect it. Like you don't need to.
Crazy. Yeah.
Because like, or the realization is more times than not, you get 50-50 and you just basically get the same type of service. Whether like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Like, can they even see, like, if you're in that doing the kiosk thing? Yeah. Can they see whether you gave a tip? I don't think so. It's not like it's in the order, like whatever order number they see, like, Yeah, they don't. This person gave you a tip. Yeah. This person did not. I don't think they do that. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, my niece, she used to work the to-go orders at Chili's, and she said she got some pretty good tips.
Oh, for to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
To manage the to-go orders at Chili's. Well, she says she got some pretty good tips. People, yeah. And she goes, she likes it because she doesn't necessarily have to, like, she's doing the order, right?
Yeah.
And she gets tips for that.
Nice.
So, but to your point, some people do tip, some people don't. Or how about they don't tell you that tips included and you double tip?
Yeah,
right.
You just have to.
And my husband has done that many times where I've like, the last time I freaked out and I got so pissed and he was like, it's $30. I'm like, but it's $30 more than what you're supposed to pay.
It does.
Right? Like, it's $30. And he was like, yeah, but we're arguing over $30 now. I'm like, no, we're not arguing over $30. We're arguing because you never look. You know, because after he gives, like, sometimes he doesn't even look at the receipt, he just pays. So I guess the last time, because now he looks, or he gives it to me to look, and he'll ask, is the tip included? But the last time he gave it to me, I'm like, tip was already included. He goes, oops, because he paid another extra $30. And I'm like,
that's a lot. How can you tell? How can you tell if tip is included or not?
Because you look at the receipt and
it will say very tiny and very, very tiny print. As always, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. So after I blew up on him on that one, he was like, God. And then now
that's money that he can't take back.
You know, because it's $30, man. Like and it's all because he just has this attitude of like, here you go, you know. And it's
a lot of people have that though.
But here's the other thing too. He's always so lucky. He always gets money somehow. Because I don't know, and this is his philosophy.
What is he doing
this
on
is
the side?
No, this is his philosophy.
Yeah.
His philosophy is you give, you get. You give, you get.
Yeah.
You give, you get. So he believes in that. And that is just his flow, right? And so this guy, I'm like the most unlucky. He's the most lucky person. Like,
well, you balance each other out.
Yes, but it doesn't serve my purpose because, again, we can't quantify it, right? It's not like every time he's lucky we're writing it down, you know, like, so you never know. But his philosophy in life is you give, you get, you give, you get. And so he gets. And then me, I'm like, oh, how come I'm never lucky?
Well, maybe you need to give more.
But I don't know, right? I don't know if his giving and getting is equivalent. Yeah. I don't know. To me, I just think that and then there's places where you're like, wow, you deserve that tip. You like, I can tell. But somebody who just is doing their normal job does not need a tip. Yeah. I mean, then go above and beyond. Give me a smile.
You know, in the Philippines,
recognize my name.
In the Philippines, like, they don't expect you to tip. It's not the norm. But I feel bad because I'm like, these people don't make any money.
Yeah,
like
in
they
Asia,
make pennies.
It's not, in Asia, it is not a common thing.
Japan.
Yeah, and then my stepmom's like, don't tip them. I'm like, why not? Like, let me tip them.
Yeah,
and they're just so grateful, even for like $1.
Well, yeah, but then the service is good.
Yes,
but that's my thing, right? Like, because we grew up in a culture where tipping is acceptable, but as long as you get a good service.
To other countries, they get offended by it.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
like what?
But Americans or in America, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally generalizing, but it is now an expectation to give a tip.
Yeah.
And to me, that is it disqualifies the purpose of a tip.
What gets me is you look at the receipt nowadays and there's all these different fees.
I know, like, what is
like
that?
A service fee and like a freaking I walked over to you fee. I filled your water glass fee. Like, what is this?
Well, that's the other thing too, right?
Yeah, living wage.
Because you'll ask, like, what is a service fee? And some people will say, yeah, that's the tip, basically. And some people go, no, that's separate from a tip. So you're like, what the hell is a service fee? Like, isn't that a tip?
Yeah.
But some places will say no, that's not. So this whole tipping thing, it just it irks me. And so now I've just made because now I'm at an age where I don't give a fuck. So I'm just gonna tip you what I think I should tip you.
Oh yeah.
And if you like it or not, oh well. I'm just but I never walk out with, if I'm eating at a restaurant, I never just not tip. Right, because there is a level of service.
So let's say you're in a situation, they get tea, boba, do you tip?
No, I'm just grabbing a drink.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing a drink and you're like, what?
Yeah.
You literally spent 30 seconds with me taking my order and I'm going to tip you $1 for that?
When I order food, what drives me crazy, when I order food and I personally pick it up, it's crazy when it asks for a tip. Like McDonald's, like, okay. Like, you do a mobile order.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not tipping you. What's your take on that, Isaiah?
Yeah, I'm not tipping.
Yeah. No. Well, see, that's weird.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. Actually, there is a service when you do a mobile order for pickup because they have to put your stuff together. They give
That's
you
their job, Debbie. That's like Starbucks.
Is it?
It is their job.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I think, I don't know, that it's funky, right?
Yeah. I think it's just
preference.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
And I agree with you 100%. I will, whatever service you give me, that's the kind of tip you'll get.
Yeah. I mean, I want to equate tip with my service.
Yeah.
And not just because. But then I also think that it's a little different because when it's to go, the idea is when they put it together, they're checking to make sure that what you ordered is what you're going to get on that to-go order.
McDonald's, they never get it right. So.
Oh, so you tip in McDonald's?
Because it's food. I feel like if it's food, yeah.
So in a buffet?
No. Like, okay, so like, I don't know. I haven't been to McDonald's for a while. I mean, like when you go in, you just pay, right? And then there's no tipping. But you're talking about
tipping. Will ask you if you pay with the card. It will ask if you want a tip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably not paying attention.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. Sometimes I just don't pay attention. But in general, I've put my foot down. I am not tipping at Starbucks.
How about DoorDash, Uber?
I do.
Okay.
I do, yeah. But I do my own custom tip.
Okay.
I do, depending on the distance.
Okay.
Depending, because again, the standard is 18%. And I just question if my service that I'm getting is worth 18% of whatever I ordered.
So it's 20% like above and beyond?
To me?
I think no, it's 25.
25?
25 is like really above
like
and beyond.
That's like a quarter of...
Yes, of what you just ordered, right?
Yes.
But it's 25. So I'll give you another example. Vanessa's debut. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you'll see it, but when we did so there's a minimum that you have to hit, but then when you order, they give you, obviously you pay on tax on that food and beverage order, but you also pay a service fee. And that service fee is 26%.
Wow.
So imagine a bill that's in the thousands. Yeah. You're paying 26% on service fee.
That's a lot.
No, that's a standard. That's a standard. That's a standard now. Because I've seen that in other venues, 26%.
So you really have to account the tip.
Or service fee or whatever umbrella it is, because it's no longer just tax.
So, and what I mean is, in your budget, you think you're just paying 10,000, but you're actually paying 12,000.
Correct. Well, you have to. Is your budget inclusive of everything, or is it just for the food and beverage? Because there is the tack on the service fee as well as the taxes, and then obviously, if you want to pay gratuity.
I have a question for you.
Huh.
So Starbucks, okay, so you say that Starbucks you want tip because that's their job and they make drinks.
Yes.
How about if you go to a bar and they make you drink?
I'll pay $1.
$1 per drink?
I'm kidding. No, it depends on what kind of drink. I'm kidding. I think if it's fucking beer,
Or a
really.
shot.
If beer, let me do it.
Yeah, just give it to me. I'll crack it open for you.
That's $1.
Yeah.
Like beer should not be like anything more. But if you're like doing the,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're like doing all that, then yes, I'll
I agree.
tip. But, and if it's just a shot, $1.
Yeah, I agree.
My husband, on the other hand, hates it. Because that's not how he rolls. He likes to tip, and then when he gets really good service, he likes to tip well.
I want to hear from Isaiah. What do you think? It's just the younger generation.
Well, I'm not 21 yet, so
Just the whole tipping in general.
yeah. So I don't know. I think it usually comes up when I get like a drink or like boba or some kind of thing, and it always like. And usually these days it's all online, or like they have like some tablet and
Yes.
you just like click on what you want.
Yes.
And then at the end of the transaction, they'll show you the tip screen.
And do you do the minimum?
When I'm with friends, I'll do the minimum.
And then when you're by yourself?
When I'm by myself, I'll just skip the tip.
And there you go. Because it's the pressure.
It's the pressure of like, because you'll just watch your friends and some of them are tipping, and so it's like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, not giving them money. So
Nah.
it's like a social like
It's a social-
expectation.
I gotta have a conversation with Vanessa then.
You know what's funny is that when I go on dates and like the guy pays for it, I'm always looking to see how much they tip.
Right? See, there you go.
So here's the thing. I agree with you. I think prior to this new Debbie, no tipping Debbie, I would say yes. It would make a difference if I was dating somebody and I saw that if they tip or didn't tip. And I would have to say that if they didn't tip, I'd be, But now the no Debbie tipping, if I was to date right now and they didn't tip, I'd be like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But before it would be something to consider.
That doesn't like get put in the back of your mind though, like like you saw them not tip, and then it's like just in your subconscious.
the no tipping Debbie. No, I would still clock it, but I would be like, you go. Like it would make sense. Now, if we went to a fancy restaurant or some kind of food place and they didn't tip, that would bother me.
Okay, yeah.
But if we were to go to like a Starbucks to get a drink and that guy just chose no tipping, that would not bother me. And I would actually be like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, prior to Peter, if I would like back in the day at your age, I probably would be very judgmental, and I'd be like, "Why aren't you tipping?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I like he said, it's just to each his own. But yeah, I'm not tipping anymore.
Yeah. You go. I mean, everything's so expensive nowadays.
Now, especially like when you're just talking about boba, you put your own freaking order. You do everything.
Exactly.
You just pick it up.
Right?
So why are you tipping?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like nobody's like, you don't even talk to anybody. They're just like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like, so why are you tipping? Because they just did their job.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just
Same thing.
very
Yeah.
sticky.
Like what Irene said. Same thing with like buffets. Like I've had birthday parties at a buffet, and because it's so many people, I have to automatically pay a tip.
Yeah.
But literally, like my guests are serving themselves, and
Yes.
the only thing that the servers are doing is like pouring drinks.
Yes.
Do I think that's fair? No.
Yeah.
Because but it's something that I have to pay for because of the amount of people that are there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's just something that you just accept up front, right? But then in those cases where it's really arbitrary, that's all on you.
Right.
But yeah, so no tipping Debbie.
We should get somebody that like actually works for the restaurant industry, right? To get their take on it, on like tipping and the culture of tipping and what they expect. But
yeah.
interesting.
Well, Isaiah, is it because you feel that they should get it, or do you feel that they don't deserve, like, or you're still trying to figure,
conscious?
are you still trying to figure
conscious? I don't know exactly, because People do it like differently all the time, right?
I know, but like for you, like in the essence of just tipping in general, like what's your philosophy? Or are you still figuring it out?
I'm still figuring it out because some restaurants, workers just get paid by the tip itself. Like they don't even have like a wage and they're just tipped. But in some places, they get paid more than enough. And so I don't know, like it's hard to tell when to tip and when to not. So I think on the safe side, I just tip like when I'm with people, and then if I think they deserve it. But other than that, probably not.
What about your hairdresser?
Well, the last time I got my haircut, I just gave them a tip, but I don't know if they're expecting it or not.
What if they do a bad job? Like, what if it's a new hairdresser?
No, I would not give them a tip. No.
How about you, Debbie? Like, you're getting your hair done later, like, but it's probably someone that you go. But if you went to a new hairdresser and she like fucked up your hair,
I would just be like $20 would be the minimum.
But you would still tip. For a bad haircut.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, she could have already cut my hair,
but I would never go back to that person.
Yeah.
And I would never recommend that person. So they're definitely losing a lot more.
Yeah. It's the karma for me. It's the juju. Like if I get a good vibe off this person, and I don't know, because I'm a very like talkative person. Like I like to talk to the waiters and hi, how are you? And like I don't know. It's just karma, right?
I don't know. I don't like this tipping. I just want to know how much I'm paying.
Yeah.
And if you've already included tip on that, then great, because then I can figure out whether or not I like it.
Well, at least it's an option now. Like, and not, it's something that's like,
yeah, but sometimes I'm like, sometimes I do get guilt into tipping.
Yeah.
Right. Because if I'm paying, like, let's say, for example, you're paying for a hair and it's $300, which is kind of normal for us girls, right? To get our hair done, color and all this. It's like 300. Let's just say
there like all
300.
Day. Yeah.
Do you tip on top of that? And at 20% on 300 is like $60. So you're close to like almost paying $400 on your hair.
Yeah.
Is $60 like, because I say 20%, right? Or is it 30? I don't know. Because 30 seems kind of cheap.
I always think about how much money they actually get from it, because they obviously have to pay whatever rent or whatever, right? And then workers, the people that clean up the hair, they got to pay some of their cut to them, right?
I don't know. Then we're supporting the whole village. Then.
Yeah, exactly. I
don't know. Yeah. It's like, it's a drastic difference between a $30 tip and a $60 tip.
Yeah.
So which one's right?
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a personal thing. Tipping is a personal thing.
Yeah.
But just so you know, if I'm going out on a date with you, I'm watching to see if you're tipping and how much. I look. So.
And I'm judging you if you're tipping at Starbucks. Yeah. I'll be like, you dummy.
I didn't tip for my Starbucks this morning. It's just wild how much a coffee is now.
Yeah. But see, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't, like, let's say, for example, they know my name, they know my drink. I walk in, they already know.
They're very personable.
Yeah. I don't have an issue in tipping.
Yeah.
But to do the bare minimum and then still get a tip, no. It's not happening.
I agree.
So.
All right.
Good luck.
This was a conversation that wasn't supposed to happen like on a schedule, but I like when these conversations happen, right?
Yeah, because you're passionate.
Debbie just came in hot, like, I don't know about this tipping. I don't know. I'm like, wow.
Well, because it's like irritating, because like, I don't know what happened. Where did I go?
I feel Debbie.
Well, but see, that's one of the reasons why I do go to my lady, because she doesn't expect to, like, at least the last couple of times she does. So I'm more than happy to go and pay tip. Yeah.
In Germany, they had this custom called Trinkgeld, and in Trinkgeld, it's called literally drink money, and you would just give enough to buy a coffee or a latte, so maybe €2 or €3, and that's enough. No matter what size of the bill, generally, unless it was like super expensive, generally you give enough to each waiter, 2 or 3, just so that they can have pocket money, because the waiters and the service staff were always paid enough.
I like that. See, like, that totally makes sense.
Thanks, to me. Paul.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice custom. We enjoyed it.
Oh, I totally think that makes sense.
Yeah.
A drink for a drink?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
No, it wasn't a drink for a drink. It was just basically it's a drink. Yeah,
It's like a flat.
it's
two
just
or
a
three.
flat. Like here, you as a server, you get this. I pay you a drink, like a latte.
I like that. US, get on it.
But and he said it doesn't even matter like
Yeah.
how much. And that's just
so
on top.
interesting. I like that.
I do. Because like to your point, right? Like in Asia, like some countries, they don't want to get tipped, but you want to tip them. But here's kind of a good, like, like middle ground, I guess. Just say, hey, I'll tip you a little bit. Oh, go Germany.
I mean, remember back in the days, people used to just leave
Change.
That's what it is.
Like at Denny's, you just leave change and then they collect
go.
it and
Yeah.
But
No.
if you leave that, can you imagine?
Oh,
The
would be
audacity.
offended. Yes, the audacity that you just left change.
They still use a lot of cash. They have coins in their pocket. Most people have coins in their pocket.
Oh.
Yeah. And the euro, 1 or 2 euro, is a coin in your pocket.
Yeah.
I am now.
Times have changed.
I'm turning into like that umbrella of old people, where I'm like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. I work hard for my money. Why am I just giving it away?
That's very true.
Right?
Yeah. I think just the more responsibilities you have, the more bills, the more you really, really think about what you put your money on, right?
Yes. Yes. So